Hi everyone, so I'm actually leaving for work in a few minutes, but I just felt compelled to sit down and just have an honest discussion with you all about how I'm doing and give you a flight attendant life update, especially after I uploaded this video. I just wanted to say thank you to all of you who left me so many kind words of encouragement and inspiration, and I truly feel touched and blessed that I have such an amazing group of people who love and support me, because that was honestly one of the worst weeks that I have ever had as a flight attendant in the 4 years that I have been flying. And to be honest, I almost quit flying after the end of that week. And I'm not a quitter, and I think it just goes to show you all how much I truly love my job. I absolutely love my job, otherwise I wouldn't still be here. But after that week, it was honestly the first time in my career that I had seriously contemplated quitting and just finding something else to do, because ever since the pandemic hit, it's just been really hard for flight crew. And I know some of you might think I'm just sitting here and complaining, but I always try to be a really, really positive person, but at some point you get to a breaking point. And I felt like I was getting to my breaking point. When the pandemic hit, it was like no one was traveling at all. Everyone was staying home. And then I was furloughed, and then I was welcomed back, and then we had these warning signs that we were gonna get furloughed again, and then we were welcomed back. So that in and of itself was just an emotional roller coaster. And then once we were welcomed back, believe me, I am so grateful. I am so grateful to have my job and that we were welcomed back. But since then, it has just been nonstop. All across the globe, airlines are understaffed, we are overworked, and this is flight attendants, gate agents, rampers, mechanics, airline workers, just everyone. Everyone is understaffed and we are being overworked. I am flying every day that I've worked. It's been between 10 to 15 hours, so I've been flying my maximum duty limits with minimum amount of rest at home or in hotels, and it's just honestly been exhausting. I really do try so hard to go into each day with a positive attitude and a smile on my face, but it's just been hard. Like, it's been harder and harder to go into each day with that same attitude. On top of everything that has happened too, I swear the weather here in Dallas this year has been the worst that I have ever seen it. We have had significant storms that have been throwing off everything, and I think the weather across the country has been really bad too. So of course that's going to cause delays, cancellations, reroutes, diversions, and all of this stuff. So I feel like that is just adding on top of the stress that the airlines are already experiencing, which, you know, trying to navigate that as a crew member has been difficult, because I want to help the passengers as much as possible and have sympathy for them, yet at the same time there's a lot of things that I just can't do. Like, as flight attendants, we can't make an airplane take off in thunder. Like, I just feel emotionally exhausted by the time that I get home from work. I think it's been hard for crew members to see the good in what's been going on lately too, because I'm sure, as most of you have seen on the news, there have been a lot of negative things that have been happening, especially to flight attendants and gate agents. There have been passengers who have been attacking us, and not me specifically, like, I have not been attacked by anyone, thank goodness, but across the board it has been happening at multiple airlines, and that is just not okay. Like, it shouldn't matter if your flight is delayed or canceled, or if you have to wear a mask, or if we're not serving alcohol, or whatever. Like, whatever the reason, violence is never okay. It is never okay to attack a crew member. It is never okay to attack a gate agent. It is never okay to attack anyone, no matter what your career is, no matter what your job is. It is not okay to attack anyone. The amount of unruly passenger incident reports that have gone through to the FAA since the pandemic has began has been through the roof. I think it's some insane statistic, like the amount of reports that has come in has gone up by 3,000%. I need to check on that, but I know it's a very, very high number. Like, I don't want to have anxiety going to work because I'm afraid of passengers. Like, that just, oh my gosh, never in my wildest dreams did I even think that would be something to be scared of. But I want to be hopeful. I want to believe that good is around the corner. I want to believe that things are going to get better. I want to believe that there is light at the end of this tunnel. I believe there is good in people, and I think right now, as a world and all of our population, like, we just have a lot of this pent-up anger from being in lockdown and from not being able to see friends and family, and I think people are just kind of like unleashing that rage onto the world. And I just really hope that if you are someone who is traveling and watching this video, that you are just kind and that you just, you know, lend a helping hand to others, and even just a smile can really do a lot for someone. And just remember that no matter what it is, whether you're going on an airplane or you're going to the grocery store or you're going to work, just be kind. Just be nice to people. We need a lot more of that right now. I had a lot of moments of kindness yesterday, actually, on 2 of my flights that I was working. I flew with 2 senior flight attendants who had been flying for about 30 years, and they were some of the most wonderful and kind and just awesome people that I've met. And they were telling me about, you know, all of the ups and downs that they've had within their aviation career, and it just inspired me, because if they can go through all of that and still be so happy and wonderful after 30 years of flying, then I can too. Also had a lady on one of my flights yesterday that had retired, and she was a flight attendant for 34 years, and she was just talking to me about her career and how much she loved it, but that, you know, with the pandemic, it was her time to retire. And she just told me, like, stick with it and enjoy it, the good and the bad, and just make the most of it. And she was so kind and just such a nice person. And I just feel like those 3 people were like meant to be in my life yesterday, because they just gave me so much inspiration and helped remind me how much that, like, I do love this job, and it is not always going to be like this, and things are going to get better, and to have faith and to just, you know, do my best every day. So yeah, I contemplated quitting because I was just not in a good place and I was not happy, but I can tell you all now that I am mentally doing great. I am feeling awesome. I'm doing so much better. I love my job. I am still here, and I am feeling very hopeful that things are going to get better. And I really hope that whatever you all are going through right now too, you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, because I know that this past, honestly, 2 years, it's been like 2 years now since the pandemic started. I know that this past year and a half, 2 years has been really, really, really hard for everyone, and I just hope that all of you can see that light at the end of the tunnel, and you can see the hope, and you can see the good, and you can see the small things every day that will make you smile and happy, and that we are going to get through all of this together, and that I love you and I care about all of you, and I am going to go to work now. So thank you everyone for just sitting here and listening to me chat. Yeah, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye.